Hello and welcome back to our Fortnite gas station. For some reason I thought it was called 69, it's 99. Blame it on me just being a bit older, I suppose, being a bit of an idiot. But apart from that, let's get straight to it. So, obviously we're not getting straight to it because I've just lost myself for a moment there. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to step in. It is going to be a bit different to this one over here, but purely because, you know, as we've come across, just trying to make the spaces more run nicer, because obviously if we're going to build a couple of buildings, why would I do that? So basically looking at our slab on the floor there, where I've just punched a hole in, I'm going to go ahead and place a block. This block isn't going to stay there, it's only just going to be built up 8 high, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on top, and then we're going to grab a stone slab and place it straight in there and knock that one away and put one right where it was. Then we can go ahead, take that away. So what just that sort of day today. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 built this way, and then we're going to go ahead and place, let me just go find the material, a light grey concrete block, and replace that for a moment. So looking at this, we're just going to place it like that. It should leave half a block down, that's purely because we want it to look that way. And then from the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then if we step into the middle, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what we're looking at now, guys, is a massive T in the sky, but with our light grey concrete block right in the middle. And right at the end of our 10 that we've just done, now we're going to place another one. So we've got now our 2 light grey concretes, and stepping in again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then back onto our light grey concrete. So if we now drag our light grey concrete all the way down to the floor, right, there we go. Doing the same for the other 2 as well. So we end up like that. Now guys, I'm not going to go ahead and fill in all of this space with the slab. I will do the outside edge just to make sure I'm on the same par with you guys. Alright, that's working a lot better than normal. Normally I've got blocks all up in the air and everywhere by now. In fact, it went so well, I think I actually went too far. Sweet Jesus. Well, if every row worked like that, we wouldn't have an issue. I could actually get all of it done on video at the same time. But we know it doesn't work that way, it never does. Should I go in and fill in the rest as well, if it's going to go really well for me? Let's have a look. There's no way it's going to work that well. Whoop. Okay, first couple of strays, not bad. Because I get the feeling now I'm going to have to knock down the old one, not the new one that we've just done. But it doesn't bother me, we can do that, you know, I can catch up to you guys quite quickly out the way of the screen. So really surprised how... Okay, I'm going to shut my mouth. I'm not going to say a word, because just like then, it tried to prove me wrong instantly. So hopefully guys, I will have some new video editing software pretty soon, Friday probably, and then we will lose half of these issues here because I'll just speed it up and let you guys carry on. So guys, before we go any further, I need to swap over to some concrete again, but I want the cyan concrete, and I'm going to replace my red bricks there. And basically, as long as you've layered all of your inside of your roof, we only need to do this around the outside, and it will be 2 layers, like 2 layers high. Let me just swing this around so I can. Whoop. Got way too happy. So we end up like so. And then we're going to go around and do it again for another layer as well. Wow, honestly, the way it manages to place blocks in the wrong place at those speeds, wow, I wish I could place blocks faster. So we end up with our 2 layers. I'm really hoping that you can't hear my, you know, like my finger jabbing the screen. We got a road. And then stepping on top of that, we could take our cyan away, head over to our slabs, and swap it over for some prismarine brick slab. Now I went with this because it was just more the right colour than anything else. And I didn't want to start, like, you could step it out at the edges on the bottom and the top. For me, didn't seem like, seemed a bit too big, a bit like the windows and door frames, you know. But with the windows and door frames, it was kind of necessary because it's the only bit of character within that little brick build. Whereas on here, all the colours are right. I don't feel that we need to start adding edges and bumps here and there. But basically, as long as you guys have done that slab at the bottom, you just go around, do your topping edge. If you've got the time and it's no difference to you, I would do the whole lot. And the only reason being is because when you jump over here, and this roof obviously you guys have done, there would be like guns and stuff hidden up here. So I'm wondering if once we put the electric box here, maybe we should do some ladders climbing up maybe. Really not too sure yet. Just it's one of them things, it's kind of going together. I'm really unpracticed at building as well at the moment, which is really sad considering how much I actually do love the building on here, and I can't believe I've put a hole in there again. Damn. So what we're going to do is, coming away from there for 1 second, we're going to come to the edge of the building. 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th, a white bone block. A white bone block. Blown? Fetch me the bloom. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to place, let me go get my nether brick slab. Replace the prismarine. And we're just going to place it across on top like so. I'm going to come along behind it. So it's going to be about 20, 25. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 25 looks good. And then before we go along adding on the extra layer, we might as well just go 1, 2, 3, 4, and chuck along our nether brick slab across the end 4 like that. Then we're going to step around, and now we're going to chuck on a second layer of our bone block. Now guys, as you notice, if you turn around, you'll notice some of these are all laying a bit different. Now it doesn't bother me because I'm doing it so it looks dirty, if that makes sense. It's not that clean white. But for you guys, it might really bother you. I'm not too sure. Depending on what you're playing on, maybe it might look a bit different. And now we're just gonna brace across the top, doing like so. So now we've got all of our block across the top. Lovely. In fact, I'm going to add one extra one on the end. So now we've got a row of 5. And the reason being, we're going to leave one gap at the end and then one block out. Place a cobblestone block. And then we're going to place cobblestone wall on top. So we've got 1, 2 so far, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 high. And this is where it's going to get rather interesting, because now we've got our blue block. Let's have a look what other colours we've got here. So which one did we use on this one? Did we use cyan or did we just use blue? I think we used blue. So we may have to use cyan for the sign instead. So we use the cyan. While we're here, let's grab our purple block. Chuck that down to there. We need our stone stair and our slab still. Let's grab our slab 1 and 2, and then out from the side, 1 on each. Now guys, I have no idea how wide this sign is going to be just yet. So there's 1, 2, 3 till the middle, 1, 2, 3 till the middle. On this very last one here, I'm going to place a, actually stepping it in, I'm going to place it right there. And in fact, I'm going to place the block 1 higher because I want a stair on the end like so. I hope this turns out right. So we've gone 1, 2, 3 high, then a 4th high, then a stair normally placed on top. So straight away we've got a stair at the bottom upside down, 1, 2, 3, and then a stair on top being the 5th, then a block back next to that one, then a stair around the right way on that one, then a block underneath. I'm going to need a block there as well, and then a stair, just planting it in. So we've got our 1, 9, and then we're going to do the same, except this time we're going to be placing our stair on our very last one out, so we know now we've got that space of 3 to work with. So it's up, down stair, then block on top 3 times, like so, then back to our stair, placing it on the right way. And the reason we always do 5 is because if it was an A, if it was, you know, certain letters can't be squeezed into 3. You may be able to achieve it with certain ones, but other ones you need like 5, because with an A you need, you know, 1, 2, 3 just for the top half, and then realistically you're going to need 5 for something like an M. And so it's easier just to stick to a rule, give yourself a rule, like everything should be that size. So now we've got our 99 actually on the sign. Now I know it doesn't say gas station or anything, but that was my way around keeping it, you know, the best way we could really. So we're going to step out an extra 1 over here. We're going to take this away. So let me work this out. 1 from the middle, then 2 out. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the bottom row. 6 really we're going to have to. So 1, 2, 3. So it's going to have to be 6 on the bottom. And I'm trying to work it out so really we can put the stair around, like our stone sort of level around, because we still got a layer on the back of it as well. I will check out the size on this sign in a second. So we're still going to have to put an extra 1 on each side. How close are we at the bottom? I think we could probably get away with that. So let's have a look here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 that side. So we definitely need the 4th on that one. Which means I probably want the 5th there as well. So for 2 layers we're going to do that. So maybe we'll take it out for the 3rd maybe? Yeah, I think so. I will work this all out for you now, guys. I'm just literally trying to make sure I don't give us a crappy little sign. So we're going to end up like so. So let's check out these this sign. So coming up with our cobblestone up, I best check the layers on this as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, well I must have put 9 there by mistake last time then, because I was only planning on that many. So I'm going to take away this 8th one, and I'll place some stone slab, and I'm going to place it all the way around to the edge, like so. I'm then going to grab the stair and start angling in. So we've now got this look. Now we could take our stair and go like so, keeping it in. I didn't on my last one, but I suppose we should check it out anyway. What did you do that for? Stone slab across it, like so. And then obviously we've got to do the same for the sign around the back with the numbers. So I think that personally looks better than the little thing over there. And obviously maybe we've got a bit overkill with the stairs around it. That's down to you, that's all personal preference. But for me, I just wanted to... I didn't want it to look so boring. So looking down on our other side, we're going to leave a gap of our blue, so I can step it in right there in the middle of the 3rd. Basically the same on each side, and then we're just going to go ahead, start putting together our 99s. So sticking a stair on each end, and a block. And a block again. So that's now 1, 2, 3. There's our 4th, and our stair at the bottom, like so. Block in the middle, block on the side, ready to step in our stair. And block. Whoop. Part of me was thinking then, have we done that too low? Nope. I suppose we could extend it out an extra one, but personally I'm going to leave it like that. That to me doesn't look too bad. So now stepping back down to our central part here. Now guys, I'm not going to go around and do literally all of the outside until I'm on my own, because otherwise it will take forever, and I do mean forever. You have not seen anyone quite as slow as me. So basically what we're going to do is, out of both sides, and sticking out one from the edge of both sides, we're going to stick slab down all the way through the middle. And that's just really to differentiate between a walking space and a road space. God, me and these slabs, we really don't get on. Man, I could come over there and slap a block so hard. So basically we're going to do this all the way around. I won't do the whole thing, because otherwise it will just be you guys watching me slab badly around the place. But you do get the idea, and you will see it afterwards. And obviously you should be doing the same yourself. So we now should have this look. Now if we step across, this is how I do it personally. I'm going to use a red concrete block. I'm going to place that there. I'm going to keep my slab out. I'm then going to go down to my redstone items. I'm going to grab myself a painting. I'm going to grab myself an item frame. I'm going to grab myself a brew stand. And what else have we got here? I'm going to grab a tripwire hook. And also, I'm just going to grab a button. I wish there was something else there that I could sort of make it look that little bit better. So stepping in 1, 2, 3, 4 on the 5th, 1, 2. So like that is a lot brighter red than the red I was using on the other side. I was trying to use more like the darker sort of toned colours, purely because it looks very derelict in Fortnite. Well, in you know, Paradise Palms anyway. So I'm just going to place them like that, 1, 2, 3, with a stone slab on top, and 1, 2. Personal preference, I'm not sure if you'll actually like it like this. You've got to do it for your own self. I just stuck a brewing stand on the side, a hook underneath on the side, a hook on the side at the top. The same again on this side. Along with a hook and a button on both sides. Now if we were to go over to the other side, this would be completely different to that side. That doesn't bother me. I only want it to look as good as possible. Now luckily for me, I've already marked out 4 boxes there. So 1, 2, 3 high on that side, 2 high that side, item frame, painting, brew stand on top, trip hook under this side, trip hook there, slab on top, button next to it there. Gonna do exactly the same on the other side. If I haven't, it's because I've forgotten something, not because I didn't want it to look exactly the same. So we've got our like little petrol pumps. There should be a bin box here. Now normally when I do a bin box, I would literally just grab any sort of box, but I'm just gonna try and grab a black one or a brown one, or you know, something like that. I'm just gonna place it there, and with a concrete block on top. That's the only way I can imagine doing a bin at the moment. And then you've got to work out, does that really do you any favours, or is it taken away from what you've just done? We then want some yellow terracotta. We've already got item frame, we've already got pictures. The only thing I would say, in your item frames, maybe you want to put in bow and arrow, a trident, something sort of weaponry wise. Dare say you want to probably try and keep it as much diamond or gold as possible. We're just basically going to step over to this sort of gap here in between the window and the door. I'm going to place 1, 2, make it 6 high. Could probably make it 8 high if you wanted to. Now, I know their vending machine doesn't look nothing like this. I'll just put that in there just to be, you know, haha. And a button on the end. I'm wondering what I've done over on this one. I just put all items in, like food items. That is our vending machine. I know it doesn't look perfect. It's not going to. We've got trash boxes at the end, so obviously we need to do this. We do have an electrical box. So for me, when I do an electrical box, or up until this point, I've always used wood, oak fence, and then I run it into a block of whatever looks the best at the time. So something nice and blue. Yeah, we just use blue concrete. I'm wondering if I can make it look half decent with. In fact, I think I'm just gonna have to put the tripwire hook on it. So if we step in, I don't know where exactly it should be, so I'm just gonna place randomly right there, and then the box on top, and then the tripwire hook. In fact, I don't really think we even need that. That just sort of takes away from it. Maybe do it like that actually. And the tripwire hook. No. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it like that. For you guys, I'm wondering if you want to put like ladders up the back to go up onto it. Right guys, for the actual road itself, when I say the road, only within this, we need a lighter grey. So I would stay, do we really want to stick with that? Stick with the light grey concrete powder. There is a good reason, because we've just used light grey for the pillars, so we don't want to pull it in too much. Then at the same time, that is a bit too light actually, but no matter. Where the sign is, our road will start here. And when it starts on the road, I'm not going to actually start going on, but basically when I say the road starts here, in other words, the garage ground space ends there. So all of this can turn grey. At the back it would obviously be orange. So now it's just a case of finishing this wall at the back. How far do I do it? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hoping that's long enough. So stepping across, make sure this is actually connected to the end, because I would have done it for a reason. So stepping back down to our bone block, and we obviously want our nether brick slab back, and we're just going to place this 1, 2, 3, 4, making it 5 with the one that's not counted. I went 3 high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nether block across the top, and then as we step around that line I just said to you about over the other side. Now bearing in mind guys, you can use quartz if you want, if you really don't like the texture of this. You know, there is no right or wrong, only personal sort of preference. But we're going to try and run up. We're not trying, we are going to run to where the end of our ground would be. Okay, we've got a stubborn Steve, doesn't want to move at the same time. Okay, perfect, love it. We're going to take that up literally all the way up. The 3 layers, the same as the other side. But then we are going to build it out as well, and I think we're going to need to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to say 8. Seems a bit too big. In fact, I'm going to take 1 away, we'll leave it at 7 then. And now all of this needs to be layered up to layer 3. The reason I'm trying to be like gracious with the space is because the buildings all around this place are now going to be whether it all ties together or not. Whoa, easy tiger. Now, I have one more part on my mind before the end of this video. Realistically, it shouldn't be in this video, but we've then got this little side building out here somewhere. So if we figure that this is now all built, which I'm sorry guys, I know I haven't like literally built it all with you. Bear with me 1 second. I'm just gonna have to pull out my phone a sec and take a little look at our picture of this outside building. How far away is it? Not completely far, but it's not exactly right next door either, so if I'm just going to start marking out a bit of space here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's plenty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If anything, I would say it's too much, and we probably need to not cobble it up. That's too much. We have got stone that looks terrible, man. So that's not necessarily a bad thing. Let me just chuck that down like so. These ones won't be there because they're gonna need to be like plant life or something. And then we've got like a weird building. We're gonna have to do it in quartz, which really annoys me because it is not a clean building at all. And we're going to have to do it in quartz to have the materials. We can get away with doing the top in birch maybe. Like a grey wood. I find that so annoying. Okay guys, I think I'm going to literally leave it there. I think I'm going to work on this rather than try doing it over the video. Because I'm going to change my mind so many times. So I'm going to leave it as, that's our gas station 99. I know it doesn't look perfect because obviously mine hasn't been completely finished. But it just literally gets us all the way up to the end. And in the next part,